I welcome you to Bible Times. I'm Willard Pless, and we're here to talk about what's going on in this world, where we are in Bible time, and how that Jesus is going to return here in 2026 as we get into April and May. And we've talked about a lot of things here. We didn't recently start this. We started about 7-8 years ago, and we've been talking about things through the scriptures that points out different things coming about and happening. We've talked about Babylon coming back and how it came through the 10 horns and the little horn that Daniel talks about. We talked about the kingdom of God that's with Israel now for the return of Jesus. They're back in the land, and we've been talking about much. We talked about the 7 millennials. Recently we talked about the Gospel of John chapter 5. That chapter gives the time that Jesus will return. And it comes about in April and May. And we've been talking about that, and all the signs are being fulfilled. And Jesus said that would be completed by the end of the 100-year generation of Israel being back. They started coming back in 1925, and then 1948 they came into the land. They were 25 years old, and Israel was born again and come back into the land, and they'll be coming to the 100-year generation on May the 14th here in 2026. That'll complete the 100 years. And we've been talking about all of this and bringing out a lot of different things, and I've not been sent to talk about myself, exalt myself. I've been sent to warn about this coming of Jesus. I can't give the day or the hour, but I can give the time and the season that the Bible gives. Jesus gives that in Matthew chapter 24. He talked about the time and the season in that chapter. And this is where we are. We're in this time right now. We started the 7-year tribulation back in 2018, and this is about the time that I started talking about these things, and I've been talking about it and bringing out things and pointing out things and trying to help people to see and understand. But I read all the comments. I appreciate the comments that's sent, and I know some of them's not nice, but that's all right. I'm not here to talk about myself. I'm here to talk about Jesus' return and his coming back to this world. And this we're in the 6th millennial now, and we're right at the it's been shortened, and we're right at the time of Jesus' coming and everything that's going on in this world, and we can see the time shaping up. We know that there's going to be a gathering there in the Middle East, in the valley of Megiddo, and we can see this shaping up, and that'll be gathering pretty soon. And this is when all this gets gathered there in the Middle East, then this is when Jesus is going to come. And the Bible talks about his coming, how that he's going to come into the clouds, and every eye's going to see him. And Jesus said he'll come like lightning out of the east, and people that have pushed and kicked back and fought and has not come to him and talked to him and received him into their heart, they're going to try to run and hide, but there's no hiding place. See, this is the resurrection for those that have been given light, those that have been born again or saved, that the resurrection for them is here. And Jesus talked about this in John chapter 5, that he talked about people that have been made whole. And he warned the lame man not to go back to the way of sin, living in sin, lest the worst thing come upon him. See, the ones that have been made whole or given light or been saved, but they've backslid and went back and lived a sinful life, they'll be resurrected too at the same time, but theirs will be to damnation. But those that have been given light and continued in that light and grew and walked with Jesus and been apart, see, they'll be resurrected to life eternal. But ones that have been given light or quickened or been saved or given the living water, that have backslid and went back, they'll be resurrected too, but it'll be to a time of punishment. And only those that will be in the eternity will be those that continued in the light and grew in that light and did not turn back, pick the old flesh back up. The Bible teaches this, so many times that it taught it. Jesus taught it in the parable of the 10 virgins. He taught it when he started his ministry, when he came to John the Baptist, and then he was given the Spirit and went into the wilderness, and Satan came and tried to get him to turn, and he wouldn't do it. Jesus had never walked in the flesh, but we can't say that. We did. But we can be made whole, and Jesus has the ability to do that. And he taught that there in John chapter 5. But if you turn back, go back into sin, and Jesus comes, then you won't be resurrected to life eternal, but to a time of punishment. to damnation that Jesus talked about there in chapter 5. And then the ones that have not been born again or saved or given light, they will not be resurrected at that time. They'll be resurrected at the end of the 7th millennium. And we've been talking about a lot of things here, and I know people have made comments and said a lot of terrible things. That's all right. I don't mind that. You can say whatever you want to. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't make any difference. And I'm not going to spend my time trying to build myself. I'm not here to do that. God didn't send me to do that. He sent me to warn about his coming. And that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to continue to warn about his coming. As we get close here, I know we're here in January now, and we'll soon start February. According to the Bible calendar, we start February on January the 19th. This is when February really starts by the Jewish calendar. And so we're getting close here. And the Bible talks about the everlasting gospel that needs to be preached in all the world. And then the end would come. And I want to be a part of that. I want to warn people and try to help people to come to the place that they will call on Jesus and talk to him and invite him into their heart and begin to walk with him and fellowship with him and be a part in every way that he can use you to be a part in this time. And I want to do my part. I want to do the part that he's sent me to do, and the ability that he's given me, and the understanding that he's given me. This is not Willard's understanding. As I talk about these things, I could never find these things and never learn them, never understand the meaning. Everything's him. That I want him to use me. I don't want to exalt myself and build myself up. So I don't mind people pushing back and saying things. That's all right. I know it doesn't change anything. But I'm going to continue as long as I possibly can to warn and try to help people to come and understand and call on Jesus and walk with him and tell people time's running out here. You better get to it pretty quick, because when he comes, it's too late then. It's just like when Noah went into the ark and God shut the door. It didn't matter who come and beat on the side of the ark when the flood waters started rising. It's too late, and that's the way it'll be here. So don't wait too late to call on him and ask forgiveness and begin to be a part of his work and what he's doing in this world. And because Satan's busy too, he's getting things going here. The beast is here, and the Babylon's back, and President Trump is the leader of the new Babylon, and things are shaping up and coming about. And so we're here to try to warn and help people and try to get people to understand and see and call on Jesus and talk to him and fellowship with him, because that's what really counts. And I hope you do that. I don't want anybody to not be ready when Jesus comes. I want everybody to be ready. I don't want anybody to not be ready when he comes. And that's why I'm doing this. So get ready, talk to him, get ready, because he's coming soon. And so God bless you, and you have a great day.